Make sure whatever you build works.
Okay. As for the proposal, how should we like ensure that NASA will like what we're doing? Like, what are they looking for?
Mm, well, I can't say the specifics because I wasn't the one choosing, but keeping things interesting, um, making sure to prioritize redundancy, whatever you do, um, keeping it realistic. So, like, there's a couple different things that are very that are required. So make sure you touch on those and you have solid solutions for those. But also try to have something interesting. So, like with the things that are less that are like maze that aren't like required but like more like nice to haves, try to include something realistic to incorporate some of those as well. So I guess overall, make sure you hit on all the requirements. With some of the things that aren't required, try to incorporate those a little bit as well. Make sure that whatever solution you have is redundant, like you have redundancies built in place, and whatever you're doing is interesting.
Okay. Could you share your journey last year for Suits?
My journey. Wow. Okay. These are very broad questions.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm sorry. I can try to
no,
think of
no.
something more specific.
Yeah, I mean, well, our journey for Suits was basically just whatever. Well, it was very just followed along with what the timeline was like. So we spent like a month and a half, 2 months building our team up, brainstorming ideas for what we wanted to actually do. We spent the last like 2 or 3 weeks really refining our proposal, submitted that like on the day on Halloween, then waited a month and a half ish till we got the results back. In that period, we were ideating, this increasing our knowledge, whatever, having fun. Um, After we got the word that we got selected, then we just started thinking about how we wanted to tackle next semester. Come like January, from January to May, we spent the next 4 months continuing to ideate, develop, decide what technologies we wanted to use. We were the pressurized rover team last year, so it was very new for all of us. We did a lot of research. We talked to Adam, Geraldo a lot, just to try and get something going. The Discord VC was very useful as well. Not Discord VC, the Discord that one of the other teams made. Avi from UCI actually, he made it. A lot of the other pressurized rover teams, especially since there was all new, were talking a lot about what things were made, what confusions what confusion each team had, what issues were people running into, and then we tried to keep up with that. Some of our members did, and we tried to incorporate a lot of those things. Um, by software design review, which is just in April. Again, that was pretty low stakes. It's just telling Adam at the time, Adam Geraldo and some other people, what our design was like, what we developed so far, what we weren't able to do, what we wanted to incorporate, and then getting new input on how to do some of those things. That was pretty important, pretty useful as well. And then we went into Suits test week. Our team was fairly large, so I had to pick a couple people uh, who contributed the most and were had good team chemistry to come to test week because again, pretty high stakes, not many hours of sleep, um, high stress at times as well. So you want to have people who can deal with that and have the technical know-how to contribute. So pick some of those people, including myself. So all 8 of us went to Houston, went to test week, had some fun, just tested our designs on site at Johnson Space Center. On one day, we went on a couple tours, did another round of testing, more tours, and then exit pitches. Talked about what we were able to do, what we had developed, and maybe 1 or 2 things that we weren't able to test on site. And then got some questions, answered some stuff from the panel, and then yeah, we got an award. Pretty fun. So that's overall high level.
That is awesome.
Wow.
Thank you.
How big was your team?
Oof. Well, like at its smallest, which was at the end of the second year, it was around 15. I mean, all things considered, we were fairly, I don't know, average to large in terms of size, since we had like anywhere from 15 to 30 members. 15 when you really focus on people who are actually doing stuff, or at least trying to, and then other people who were there for the shits and giggles.
Yeah. I'm trying to grow my team, but I don't want to make it to the point where everyone's just kind of like half-assing their work.
Yeah, no, that's a good thought process to have. I'd say you could talk to some people from UMich. They've always had huge teams. Like last year they had 70. This year in May they had 90.
Holy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you
the issue.
still won though?
Well, I mean, there were two awards. We won one of the awards. Well, the guys from MSU Texas, Midwestern State, I think. That's like Riker Evans, Ethan Sains, Sly Rahimi, some of those guys. They won like an outreach award, the Pay It Forward award. We won an award, the Innovator Award, which is just like for our solution, like our product.
I don't know. Sounds kind of cool. Sounds cooler than outreach.
We actually won that one the previous year, actually.
Oh wow!
But, yeah, a little bit of speed run. Well, I don't know about constantly. I mean, that's kind of impossible. Because you're gonna have people are gonna have dips of motivation. Hell, even I did. So it's like everyone has different things of like academic, personal, and professional things that happen. So can't really mitigate that. I mean, you could. The biggest thing is just communication. If you communicate, then your team is gonna want to communicate. If you I don't say reward people, but if you show that people who communicate get more stuff done, or the people who communicate just get more stuff done, people will start recognizing that and saying, "Oh shoot, I should probably do that too." The more open you are about that kind of stuff, the more open they'll be.
Okay. Did like everyone have like a specific like role, or did everyone kind of like merge together on like a conglomerate of people who just put forth ideas and tried to work towards them?
For the proposal segment, it was like, which is now until end of October, it was definitely more of that. It was more of the second one, which is like putting forward ideas and things you're interested in. But when we actually got selected and were building, that's when it was more like role specific. So we had some people put on specific teams of products we want of like features we want to have in our overall product, and then as people got more like spend more time in some of those areas, and we had to integrate those things together, they naturally became more fluid. Because you have to. I mean, no feature is like one and done. You have to incorporate that and integrate that with the other ones, otherwise everything's useless.
That's true.
As they got better at their own feature, they got better at the rest of them, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So by being more specific, they became more fluid.
Okay. I have a question from one of my teammates who can't make it today.
Sure.
Oh, he's here already. Okay. Well, he asked for the rover navigation, does the telemetry give the full geotiff map or just parts of the map? I guess I can mention you. He said it in his channel.
Hello.
Hey, so from what I remember, each of the spacesuits, like the astronaut teams and then the pressurized rover teams, both got separate sources of telemetry. So yeah, the pressurized rover team got their own separate set of stuff.
Okay, so because I was looking at it, so in Dust, we have to build a client that connects to the telemetry service, and then you can just move over the rover, right? So how are they going to use Dust? Because Dust needs a pathway, right? So like waypoints, and they have to import it into Dust, right? So that means there's going to be a known map. I guess what I'm trying to ask is when the rover is like running around, do we actually know which part of the map the rover is in, or is it just like fully unknown place on the moon?
That's a good question. I think they give you coordinate points in the telemetry stream. You might have to map it separately. I mean, whenever you go in certain places, wherever you are in dust is generally like correlated. There's bounds to it, I think. So you're not gonna go like insanely far, and the coordinates that you do get, they're shown in the telemetry stream. So it's not like you're in somewhere totally random.
Okay, so when I know two places coordination, that means am I going to be getting a map that shows elevation and all the other like
No,
types of?
no. You're not. You have to make that.
Okay, so
They're
I
not gonna
have to
give
make
you a whole map.
those dodge those things basically.
I
Like,
mean,
like make the rover go around them or something like that for the elevation stuff. Like,
oh, you mean like obstacles in your path?
yes.
Yeah. I mean, like you're gonna be able to see those things because dust is just a simulation. It's like
Mhm.
you'll be able to see the obstacles in front of you and stuff. When you're making a more autonomous solution and you want them to like drive around it, then that's when you have to use some like the coordinates, check headings and stuff, build like a contour map on your own, or a map with
Yeah,
contour
so we
lines
get
on
the
your own, and then
environment,
you
we
do
build
it.
the map type deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, so we are going to build the map in real time ourselves with the data that we get from the telemetry.